start recording. We're going to welcome back. For those that don't know, by the way, this series, okay, it's not just the F1 game that we're playing and through the career mode that we're playing. We're also using it as a way to train me how to not rely on assists. For those that don't remember, so I have a Logitech G920. That's what it was pretty standard. It's all good, bro. It seems to be an American thing with the. You know what? It's because of the HMYN. So HYMN is him, right? That's how it's pronounced in American, right? But when you take the M out, then you get like hin. You know what I mean? Like it's just so it's like that's what's throwing me up. I'd love to send it to you, send it with you on F124, but Heine. Oh, him, yeah, but Heine. Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Honestly, I had a career mode going with F123. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I still use assists. Season 1, I had fully automatic transmission, racing line, ABS was on, traction control was fully on. Season 2, I took automatic gearbox off, and I did recommended, manual with recommended. Season 3, we've done no ABS, so I didn't have anti-lock brakes. And Season 4, I took traction control down to medium. Now, I've tried to take traction control completely off, but I've not been able to successfully do that yet. So we still got it on medium for now. You play F124 at 110%. 24, the best I could do was about 97. Was around my level for 24. This mode, by the way, because I'm training myself with assists, and this is a casual stream, and a game I like to play casually, the difficulty is set to the easiest. If that bothers people, oh well. But listen to it. I know. You kind of miss these cars, don't you? You know what I mean? By the way, how's the volume? Let me know how the volume, because it's been a dog's age since I even used it. Let me hear Symphony. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. See, right there, I locked up. Canada's a great track. We are in Canada. Yep. We are in Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. We do all of the sessions, by the way. So if you're waiting for the race, you'll be waiting a little while. Oh, fuck. I have to get used to this again. Because I am not. That's for sure. Oh, fuck. I think the other problem I had is last time I played this game, let me restart the session real quick. Okay, last time I played this game, my wheel settings got fucked up. And all of the settings I had were completely fucked. So now I'm trying to, like, I don't even remember if this is my original brake saturation and shit. You know, think of your brakes as attached by a string. Your arms, the further your arms go down, the less you are on the brake. British Indoor Karting Champ 2021. That's sick. 2012, 2013. Nice. So you'd fit right in with this game. I don't even remember what the objective is for this target time. To be fair, I felt like when I did play that career mode in F121, I had quite a bit of pace. I just need to find that again, since it's been a while since I played. I look at cars and can see arrow weak spots, mate. It's that absurd. Hey, that's why Sauber should have hired you, man. Leo, the Metsala. This is awesome. I love it. I got this full blast. Honestly, this is, to me, one of the best games ever. These engines make my blood run cold. Really? What's going on, Leo? Nice, Mario Kart. Oh, a little bit better than that, mate. A little bit better than that. This is so... Do you have this game on PC, by the way? Because you said you had all the games through 20... Hindo, do you have it on PC? I originally had it on 360, so... Fuck the planet. Give me V10s. Outrageous work. PS2? Ah. Which team are you running? Yeah, thank you, Tommy. I'm sorry I forgot your thing. We're at Williams. Season 1, we went to Caterham. Won the championship with Caterham. Season 2, we went to, I think, Force India. And won the championship there. Season 3, we went to Lotus, and then we won the championship there. Season 4, we came to Williams, we won the championship there, and now we're in Season 5, which is the final season of the career mode. When we do finish this career mode, we are going to run F1 2013 next. Okay, your car seems very tiptoey. What's your downforce? I don't know, but I will gladly tell you as soon as this practice run is over, by the way. Heikki Kovalainen, yep. He was at Caterham at this time, I think. Before he moved, I think this might have been after his time at McLaren, actually. It might be before. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. It is a little tiptoey, but it's not too bad. It is Montreal, yeah. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Yeah, it's after, yeah. Because I want to say his time was like 20... Maybe 2011, yeah. No, before you're right, yeah. Wait, well, who was... Oh, wait, because... Button was his teammate in 2010. He replaced Kimi, yeah.
Brilliant. That gave us all the data we need for this test run.
All right, so the test run is over. We're gonna come back in. I'm gonna pump the car full of fuel, and then we're gonna do a long test run. The only thing I don't like about 2012 that I would have taken, or that 2010 and 11 both had, was you could do all 3 practice sessions. In 2012, you can only do P3. You know a thing or two? Nice. My favorite year was ever watched was with Raikkonen and Coulthard. That's old school. I think my favorite season that I watched of F1 was probably the 1993 season. 93, 07, and 08, I think, were probably the best season. Can't park there, thanks. Cheers, mate. Do not text and drive, thanks. Help out the kitty litter. Right. I'm going to leave you open while I cook. Alright, I appreciate you, Tommy. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, fun track. This game is so much fun. 2012 is great. I remember I was a part of AOR way back in the day. I don't know if you remember Apex Online Racing, Hindu. But I was a part of AOR. You got an air fryer pizza? Nice. I have an oven one for tomorrow. That's my favorite saying. Nice. But yeah, I had a... I used to race in AOR for like a season, like 2 seasons, and we had, I think, something like, we had like 11 Xbox leagues, maybe 3 PC leagues, and maybe 8 PlayStation leagues back then. Right, you want to know what my arrow is? I don't, sadly. I'm only 30. I prefer real racing. Oh, that's fair. I'm running an 8.8. This setup has an 8.8. I got 2 setups for Canada. This is an 8.8. Then I'm running a 48-52 brake balance with medium pressure. 2.1 on the anti-roll bar. 2.2 11 level on the ride height for this one. Gearbox is fine. And I'm running -3, -1, 0.05, 0.2 for the toe. The first setup has 9.3, 47.53, 10.11, 2.2, 3.11, and then -3.5, -1.5, 0.11, 0.29. But I don't like that one as much because I feel like I understeer. Probs decrease the arrow by 1. Which wing? You almost died. Go-karting was hilarious. Only you could say that was hilarious, bro. I mean, I don't mind the feel of the car. It is a little skittish, though. It is a little bit loose. But on dry weather, which I think we're going to get dry weather, right? Qualifying is going to be wet as fuck. But which wing are you asking me to reduce? Or are you saying both wings? Like both come down to 7? Race 7 is easy. Arrow front 2, rear 1. So you want it to be 6-7 on the wing. I'll test that out. We'll see how that feels. I'll do 10 laps again because that's the fuel I had in the previous run. So we'll do 10 laps. I'll put a fresh set of primes on. And we'll go run. Wait, 7.6. You want it 7.6? You got it. 10.
Be aware, the track is pretty busy at the moment.
Fresh set of primes. We're gonna run 3 laps. You're gonna load up 2012? Oh my god. I hate how I come in and it says 12 minutes and then I come in 41 minutes. Like, that's on you, bro. That ain't on me. Oh. Oh my god, if it points like that, my man.
You're fastest in this session so far.
You haven't missed much. We're 4 laps into practice, Tubby. You have not missed much.
Bruno's currently in 5th.
Medium pressure. I'm running medium now. I'm running 48 in the front, 52 in the rear is what I'm running. Oh, 2.8 AR anti-roll bars. I think what I meant to say on Monday's stream in the New York Yankees. Oh shit. Okay, my arrow for this is 5-4. Game I picked Boston.
Bruno is slower than you through all three sectors.
Hold on. Well, I mean, I just went purple on a 118, bro. And the car feels pretty good to me. That corner right there felt fucking great. Yeah, this feels really good, actually. I think what I meant to say on Monday's stream is the New York Mutuals game I pick after Boston Red Stockings Cleveland game. I told you I was a fucking nerd. Yeah, this feels really good. Maybe. Maybe. I don't like to give coverage when I do OOTP. The only thing is, I don't like to give coverage to the same teams at like consistently. I kind of want to spread it out a little bit, which is why I picked the. I know the better game would have been the 3-2 versus 2-2 team or whatever it was, but it's one of those things where. And this is before I loaded up the game. Nice. It's one of those things where I don't want to do like 3 Boston games in a row and then get an option of a game and be like, okay, you know, and then chat picks a Boston game, and that's like the 4th Boston game we've covered. It's not that I'm against Boston or anything. It's just the fact that I'm trying to make sure that every team gets not an equal number of games, but at least there's no streaks where one team goes uncovered for a while unless it's the game's schedule. You know what I mean? Unless it's the scheduling's fault. Like, it's been a month in the game, a month has passed since, oh, this feels so good. It's been a month that's passed since we've covered a Cleveland game, so it was like never going to be a question. Like, we were going to do a Cleveland game, you know what I mean? Oof. If my memory serves right, next GP is Europe, Valencia, yeah. Fucking great track too, by the way. It's just shame they don't race there anymore. Really. Oh, I just used all, fuck. I overused my, I overused my thing. I got a wheel myself, just waiting on repair. Nice. Overshifted as well. Lap was already cooked though. The Cleveland game is inevitable, yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones too, since we're so early in the baseball stuff, baseball fan, that like most of the games that get covered are because they're the only game that day. You know what I mean? Okay, lock in, Benny. It's practice, bro. How am I gonna make my teammates better by practicing? It's a legendary clip, by the way. I want verbal. You got it 2 laps to go. Form 1, the never-ending chase for perfection. Yeah. When you nail a lap, it just feels fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like when you absolutely nail it, oh my god, it feels so good. It's like the only game scheduled for the yeah. We're talking about practice. Did I ask what session it was? Full sentence? Full time? You'll get there. You'll get your purple.
Are good, but you're losing a lot of time in sector 1.
That felt good. That felt really good, actually. I can't wait until Hindu's like,
Bruno's currently in 6th place.
your racing line is shit. That was my fault. I took way too much curve on the inside. Your 1901 season OOTP go. I lost with Tigers 11-6 to the Brewers. No. My favorite F1 track ever is Hockenheim. That's a great pick. What a save. My pick is probably... No, it's not F120 FGS. Welcome in, by the way. Let me give you a shout out, bro. I have to do this on the phone because if I try to shout you guys out on the PC by alt-tabbing, I might crash OBS. Welcome in, man. Wow, that car is fast. Nice DHL. There's a cargo airplane. Maybe it's a game sponsored by them. They would have been a sponsor at the time of F1. Not just the game, but just F1 in general. Of the sport.
Times through sectors 1 and 3 are purple, but you're losing a lot of time in sector 2.
How you doing, FGS? Oh, I gotta watch my fuel. What's my fuel? 2 laps. DHL, we're a sponsor up until 2022. Yep. Yeah.
You're nearly out of fuel, almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
Fuck the fuel, those tires have more. The rears are really getting punished. I know that. The rears are really getting punished. No, I'm gonna lock this in. Don't know. Think we're good. There's your purple. There's your fucking purple. There's your fucking purple. Didn't know you raced. Yeah, the F1 games, FGS. And you know what? I am told we should make. I don't own the new game yet. You know what? Give me a reminder, and I'll buy the new game because I've wanted to buy it because it's been. I was adamant about not buying it, and then I heard it's actually one of the best ones. I don't know. I don't mind playing the older ones. Everything I have is on PC. So I have F120 all the way through 24 on PC, every single version. 20 and 21 are no longer playable no matter what you do. It's crossplay anyway, dude? Okay. Yeah, but what year did crossplay start? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think 2013 was crossplay. You have 21 to 25 on PC. I'm totally down to run any of them. I'm going to buy 25. I need to make myself a reminder to do that.
Cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy.
I don't have Game Pass. I'm literally just gonna buy it off Steam. I don't do Game Pass at all. Mainly because most of the games on Game Pass I'm not that interested in playing. After today's stream, I will come back on Monday. That sounds good. We are playing. I mean, fair, dude. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But I understand. I mean, I'm not saying it's not great value. You got disc? I do. Exclamation point Discord. We'll get you my Discord. When you go in there, it will take you to a rules page. You will have to read the rules and react to the rules. I am so stupid. And then once you react to the rules, it will give you the role that you need. And then everything will be available to view there. Charles Leclerc quote. Oh yeah, I am stupid. I am stupid. I mean, that's me on a daily basis, bro. Now you add F1 into it. I'm gonna be really dumb. The look behind button, remember that? The button to look behind you. Oh my god, Hulkenberg. Bro, why? The V-Power looks like a Shell logo gas station. There might be. I believe they were at one point sponsored by Shell. F1 were. Yeah, it is. It is the Shell. It's Shell V-Power. That's what it is. Oh, I'm gonna cut that chicane like a mother. I just didn't hit my brake hard enough. I only held it about a third instead of about half. That was my fault. Ooh. Oh my God, Hulkenberg, please, my guy. I got you in this corner though, bro. Other players like online, it's not online. I'm racing against the CPU. I mean, the game is 13 years old, so online is, no, they're bots racing me. Online is dead in this game. The new game has online, 25, but this is 2012. So online is basically over in this game. I have food and Benny shenanigans. Oh, there's a lot of shenanigans. We have one in tonight. There's a lot of shenanigans. You know what the funny thing is? They finally fixed, so F1 2012 was the first one they actually like fixed the penalty system in. So in F1 2010, if you didn't like a driver, you could literally just go over and push them into the wall. Like I would go over there and push them into the wall. They would crash out. There was no safety car in 2010, and they would just DNF, and you wouldn't get a penalty. It was the first time, this was the first game they actually oh, I've totally cooked this corner. That was the first time that they actually fixed the penalty system was in this one. It still wasn't great, but it was better than the previous two editions. I remember 2021 had the first roads are gray, not green, Benny. Yeah, sorry. They're supposed to be black, but you know. This asphalt hasn't been paved in years, so. But no, they actually added the safety car in 2021, and or 2011, I mean, sorry. And I remember way back when we were racing Apex Online.
Bruno's currently in 6th place.
We raced with the safety car turned off because it was so glitchy in 2011, and Codemasters never were able to fix it. So 2011 we had to race without the safety car. 2012 also had the safety car without any we raced without the safety car in 2012, but there was also red flags. Oh, I just lost it there. Right, I'm gonna head out. Have a good week. I would like to see Hearts of Iron this week. If not, see you Monday. Hearts of Iron is not on the schedule this week. We will be doing Hearts of Iron probably the second week of September sometime. It's in your title. Yes, read the full title, and it will tell you whether or not we're going to play Hearts of Iron. I'm stupid. It's all good. I'm playing F1. We've all got to clarify. Hearts of Iron is on the schedule. Apparently neither is they're facing the right direction. Come on, Benny. Listen. You ain't gotta say all that, man. Ah, shit. I'm looking over at OBS. Sorry, I was looking over at OBS. OBS shenanigans. Not like this. I just want to make sure OBS doesn't crash on me. But, it is what it is. Make it stick. Come on. We'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm a banana. No. All right, my bad. See you Monday. Have a great week. Take care of it. You too, baseball fan. Thank you so much, man. Take care of yourself, my guy. Stick it in the gap between his toes. If you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. I don't know how Huntsy does it, by the way. Shout out Huntsy, by the way. Huntsy is mainly strictly a NASCAR driver, and he does iRacing for NASCAR, Orca Series, Moon Car, things like that. But he is able to read his chat and not be distracted whatsoever by his racing. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how. My daughter was almost named Senna. Who was your favorite racing driver of all time? Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. No, I didn't want that. I want you to go back to instant replay. I just want you to roll it all the way back. You have a cap signed by Prost, Alonso, Senna, and Vettel. Do not ever let go of that thing. That's insane. Yeah, I do the same. I read chat while I'm racing too. Yeah, I'd like to, obviously. I care about engaging with you guys. That's the funnest part of streaming. But like, bro, holy shit, is it hard? No, I mean individual caps. Okay, I would still never get rid of those things. Idle, Senna, favorite driver, Kimi. My favorite driver is Mansell. That's a good pick. Mine's Ayrton Senna. He was the first real racing car driver I grew up to watch. Oh, we had a big slide there. Jesus. I wasn't even on the brake and the car just really slid. Next time you pop over to stream, look behind my head. You'll see them hanging on the wall. I will make a note to do that. Well saved, Benny. Thank you. I'm not used to not having full traction control. I think that's been the big thing here. I'm gonna head home from work. Take care. Safe travels. Get home safe. First Goal Series. I appreciate you, brother. Take care of yourself, my man. Oh shit. Oh, we fucking up left, right, and center. Smooth is fast. If you're turning, you aren't pedaling. Yeah. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like super quick. But I have a little bit of pace in me. You know what I mean? I feel like I have a little bit of pace in me. But I always told myself if I wanted to become a better race car driver, or like just e-racer in general, the number one thing I can do is just play and practice and play and practice and play and practice. There's definitely pace there, yeah. I mean, I've been playing the games for a long time, but I think that's where my pace mainly came from, is by jumping into career mode, believe it or not, and just playing the full practice sessions, really trying to learn the course, trying to tinker with the car, look up at setups, how do the setups act differently, you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. I'm no mechanic, but that's what I used to do. Fuck it, I'm going to stream F1 tomorrow, so good. Which F1 game though? What time you going live tomorrow? Same time, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, 12:45 a.m. British Summer, 1:45 a.m. Central European Time. I play for fun, not to be quick. I started with that, but then I wanted to get better, like anything else. I mean, I'm not a competitive person. I don't race in leagues anymore. I don't have any interest in that. But it's one of those ones where you just want to get better in general, right? We got ads, bro. You hear me? No, I locked. You hear me, ads? Alright. Skint this week, but okay. Not bad. This much fun to stream for a while. Nice. Yeah, this is a great game. This is phenomenal. 2012 is hands down one of my favorite F1 games ever. Oh fuck. I am starting to lose the rears a little. That's kind of the struggle I'm having right now. I'm starting to really show some signs of graining now. Oh fuck. Okay. That was me trying to get by with the wing open. Like an idiot. Whoa. She did not want to point. You're back. Welcome back. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Get out of the way. Graining is good. They'll come back to you. Weber, you dick. Actually, you know what the crazy thing is? Red Bull have really struggled in this career mode. I think last season they only had about 20 or 30 points. So, which is very unlike Red Bull actually. HRT secured points for the first time ever last season. And what else? I can't remember if anything. Force India had a really good season. In season 3, Force India had a really good season. The only team that has yet to secure points in our F1 career is Marussia. The Marussia team is the only one that has not scored F1 points in the 4.3 seasons that we've done so far. So the Sauber had a chance. Yes, it does. Wait, 2012 is the funniest ever livery. Yep. They've actually had a stormer of a season last year. I think Kamui Kobayashi had almost 100 points, and Perez had like 90. It was actually a really good season for Sauber last season. I mean, Marussia didn't have a car. It was a bathtub on square wheels. Just to give you a little bit of idea, by the way, in terms of scheduling. Weekends are pretty free except for the ones I'm going to the football. Although our season is only 6 games left. I think we have 2 home games left and then the playoffs, so... in the weekdays, I'm always live 7:45, around 7:45 to 8 p.m. my time. That's 1 a.m. British summer time, and then 2 a.m. Central European time. And I wish I could go live sooner, but that's literally just because of work. You know what I mean? Like, I work until British time, 9:30 p.m. And then I still have to cook, clean, prep for the stream, like do all that stuff, you know what I mean? Take care of any personal business I have. So I'm always up my time as a bug Benny. To bug Benny. Yes, that is true. But I'm totally down to do an F1 career. I genuinely do enjoy it. I just know if we put it on 110, I'm gonna fucking struggle like mad. Alright, I gotta head to bed for work. I'll shoot you a DM over in the coming weeks and we'll sort something out. Yeah, I work like 9:30ish my time. Okay. That's totally fair. Oh, have a good night, my man. Thank you for coming by and talking F1. It's been absolutely great. And good luck with work tomorrow, my man. Yeah, tires are pretty shot now. The engine's starting to get a little shot too. I think this is the... I think this is going to be the last race on this engine. If I remember correctly, you get 8 engines, sorry. Now, we can do whatever settings you're comfortable with. Okay. If I remember correctly, in this version of F1, there's 8 engines. And, if there's 20 races, I'm pretty sure that means after race 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, and 18, I could do engine switches. Now this is race 7, so the new regs are insane. 4K, 400 kilowatt ICE with a 350 kilowatt battery from 560 160 this season. Wow. Yeah, 8. Yeah. Oh, I locked up. I didn't turn in because the right front went. Practice should be coming to an end shortly, which means we are going to head back to the pits and change the engine out, because you have to do it in practice, and when you do it, you lose the rest of the practice session. Alright, good night, Chief. Big love, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate you, and good luck with work tomorrow, and we'll definitely talk soon. A little loosey-goosey there, but yeah, those tires are red now in the back. So I'm thinking the primes have about 13 to 14 laps of life in them. I'm kind of curious as to what the options are going to have. It's a 70 lap race. That's going to be kind of tight, I think. Might have to save a prime for the race. The objective is we do the entire race weekend tonight. We do the practice, we do the qualifying, and we do the race. So, how's everybody else? Timothy, Pix, Leo? Tubby, if you're still here, have a good hour. How's everybody been? I actually got a lot done at work today. You're playing UFC 5 now? Nice. The bugs in the early UFC games were always hilarious to me, by the way. I love that shit. I was always seeing them on Instagram reels and stuff. How much time's left in the session? 17 whole damn minutes. I'm going to swap the engine over. Yes, we're going to forfeit the rest of the practice session. There you go. Both HR teams, there's still glitches on the knockouts, of course. Is that an EA game as well? Isn't that an EA game? Nice, 4.5 seconds. Yeah, but of course. That explains why there's still glitches. It could be it could be UFC 15. There'll still be glitches. Yo, my friend had the best line, by the way. He's a Manchester United fan, And he said,
Push too hard in this session.
I
You
get
shouldn't
it,
have
part
the
of my
pace to
Ultimate Game
qualify
Pass.
easily.
Nice. My friend had the best saying about the Manchester United game today. He's a Man U fan. He's from Armagh in Northern Ireland. And
Remember you're running with a set of scrub tyres.
he said
To push a little earlier once they're up to
Onana
temperature.
couldn't catch a breath of fresh air. Which I'm just like, that's fucking brilliant. I heard that, I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. I did see they lost the pen shootout, which is hilarious to me. I'm a United fan. Come on. Trying to read that on a hot lap isn't advised, but we'll do it anyway. Almost locked up there, but got a little lucky. Two, but I wasn't interested at all today. Honestly, I had that conversation with Ramdog, right, about West Ham. So I knew what would happen, yeah. I think everybody kind of had a small expectation that it was a possibility at least, right? Oh, fuck, it's raining. Thank God we got out on track when we did, aka immediately, because it's actually starting to rain. And I think the whole rest of the qualifying session will be in rain. So Q2 and Q3, I'm going to have a dry setup on a wet track. But that's what Parc Ferme is going to dictate. The 118, that 118 should stand. But this isn't Colin McRae, I know. But no, I think the other the thing about the United game is, or I was saying this to Ramdog about the Carwell Cup. I said I'm not 100% sure that I wanted. Oh, I've already did all the Colin McRae in the practice session. There's definitely more to come, by the way. I don't know if I wanted West Ham to be bothered with the Carabao Cup because it's very obvious we're going to struggle to pick up points this season. So it's something where if they fire Potter and then we get a manager in and we start to pick up points regularly and we get to December and we play the youth in the FA Cup third round and they get us into the fourth round, they usually don't, but if they do, then I would say, okay, that game's in January. By mid-January, when the FA Cup fourth round is, you kind of know, okay, we're sitting on 25 points. We need more points. Okay, we're sitting on 31 points. We'll probably pick up 10 more points between now and the end of the season. You know what I mean? You kind of know by then whether or not you need points or you don't. And if you don't, then you have a go at the FA Cup. And if you do, then you keep playing the youth until you bow out of the FA Cup. You know what I mean? But we're so early in the season, and we've looked so horrible. The only focus between now and January should be the league. Nothing else should matter, you know? And that's kind of the mindset to me. So the fact that we bowed out of the Carabao Cup, I'm not too bothered. Right. Both HRTs are out. Cartha K in 24th. Pedro De La Rosa 23rd. Daniel Ricciardo in the first of the two Toro Rosas is out 22nd. Charles Peake in the first of the two Marussia is 21st. Sean-Eric Verne in 20th from the other Toro Rosso. Timo Glock in the other Marussia in 19th. Vitaly Petrov in the first of the two Caterhams is out in 18th. We move on. Getting like a tired. I'm probably just crashing off dinner because it's already 9:15. So. Oh, the sun is out, but the inters are recommended. That's interesting. So now the question is, is it going to be something where the track's going to get more wet? Or is it going to be something where The track's going to get more dry over the course of these 15 minutes. This is definitely going to be one to watch. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I was headed right for that barrier, my man. Right for that barrier. I feel like I've had to been very... Now the back part is definitely drying. That's the only problem. This part of the track is definitely drying. All right. .126. I don't think that's good, and I think
There's currently a lot of cars out on track.
yeah, but what
We might
tire
need
are
to
they
wait
using?
for a gap.
That's the question. I think we go option here. I think we test. Yeah, we go option. This is the right call. Yeah, 125 Hamilton. Yeah, he's on Inter still, but if we can nail this lap on the option tires, we'll be fine. That wasn't smooth, but it worked. Raikkonen 125. We're going on the option was definitely the right call. They're all stuck. They're all on Inter still. They have time. They got to get back to the pits, but they do have time. Weber 124, that's an option tire, I think. I mean, an Inter tire. Boom, 116. That should hold. Yeah, here they come on their. Here's the dry tires now. There we go. Dry tires at the end. We might have rain all Q3. That might be the difference, is there's rain all Q3.
Great job. We're through to the shootout.
Massa in 17th. That's first of the two Ferraris. Kovalainen in the other Caterham is 16th. Hulkenberg's Force India 15th. Our teammate Bruno Senna is P14. Kamui Kobayashi in the Sauber, the first of the two. That's a big shock. He's down in 14th or 13th. The other Sahara Force India, Paul Resta in 12th. Sebastian Vettel, the first of the two Red Bulls, gone in 11th. So we've got Sauber, Ferrari, 2 McLarens, 2 Mercedes, 2 Lotuses, 1 Williams, and 1 Red Bull. Mark Webber, that's actually a really good session here for him. 5th place. We'll see what he can do here in Q3. That track looks dry. This might be a gun-ho, balls to the wall, pedal to the metal type of session. It's raining. The question is, are we going to be able to get a lap in, or am I going to have to restart the session? That's the question. I have no clue. We're about to find out. That's definitely like a sprinkle, but the track is not going to be a high temperature already. With that amount of overcast, that's pretty heavy rain on the back actually. By the time we get down to the hairpin, the track might be drenched. I'm going to hope that's not the case. Nearly done in by the wall of champions, but that's a 118. That might stick. Should stick. They're on 120s. They all did dry tire runs as well. But we'll be on pole. Let's enjoy this lovely 70, I think it's 70 laps if I remember correctly. I got Mercedes alongside. It's basically us and Mercedes, by the way. Alright, objective finish first. That should be no problem. Race strat is the big one. We have to start on the option tires. Why can't we do prime, option, prime? Why can't we do that? You're saying 16 laps, right? Yeah, why can't we just do this? Option, prime, option. Option, prime, option, sorry. Then we just do 11 on the options, and then we do 16s on the primes. I think that's the better way to go. I like that a lot better. Right. If I was going to take a break at any point in time, it would have to be right now. Because we're about to get into the race. I know I could pause. I could always do that. But I think I'm going to just step away. We're going to take a quick break because it's been an hour, 28 minutes for the stream, 59 for the recording. So give me 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. We'll come back and do the race. I'll be right back. All right, sorry, y'all. Oh God, the Mets are leading the Phils 6-0. I think the Phils are about to be swept too by the Mets, man. Fuck. Pigs, I'm sorry, Pigs. The Phils suck, Pigs. The Phils suck. Doesn't bode well for the postseason, that's for sure. Phils are gonna absolutely flipping. They're just. It's alright. The Dodgers will fucking win the World Series again anyway because they have all the money in the world and they're spending it like mad. I can only hope when they actually have to pay out that Otani contract that it fucking dooms the Dodgers for,
All complete. We're ready.
you know, years. That's going to be the next Bobby Bonilla day. Is going to be the Otani payout. That's for sure. Right. Canada. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. We're underway here in Canada. My steering saturation still doesn't seem quite right, but it seems more natural than maybe previously. I don't know. Than the last time I played this months and months ago. I do miss the feel of this game. Great to play it again. Really great to play it again, actually. To me, it holds up. I enjoyed 2010 quite a lot. I loved 2010 quite a lot. And my biggest issue is that the cars don't feel as great in there. They kind of drive like tanks. But it was the first F1 game that really came back and was on console, so of course I bought it, you know, back in the day. Bought it for PC as well. Bought it twice for PC and Xbox. And, yeah. 2011 I liked because I was a little bit better at it, even though it just didn't handle great. At all. Really, I mean, the handling's so different in 2011 compared to 2010, and it's just so arcadey. And then this game came out, and it was like the perfect balance. Got me a glass of iced tea. When you guys said don't drink and drive, is that what you meant? Is the iced tea? No, don't actually drink and drive, kids. I might have a surprise for you guys tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to look different again. I gotta see if... I probably won't get rid of this, but... I meant to do it today and I totally forgot. But I have a hair appointment tomorrow. It sounds so weird to say that because it's just the barber, but literally they are appointment only. Because there's one barber in town. The town has one salon and one barber. The town itself has about 1,400 people living in it, and then there's about 1,000 people who live outside of the town, in the immediate outskirts. And they all use that one barber, unless they go to a different city, or a different town in general. Some might, some probably do. But either way, for about maybe 1,500 people, there was one barber, and so they went appointment only, which has been smooth. Like, it's not been an issue, but it just now I actually say, like, oh, I have a hair appointment, like I'm going to a salon. I'm not. I'm just going to a regular barber. This is the way he operates. Whoa. But yeah, I got an afternoon appointment tomorrow. Maybe I'll come home and actually, after getting my hair cut, and actually just shave this stubble off. And then I could be really babyface Benny. There you go. But no, it's just getting long. It's getting annoyingly long. Like, this part here keeps falling down into a... just annoying. And it's wavy. When it gets long like this, it gets very wavy. I want it to, like, stay back almost. You know? So. I'm gonna be doing that all goddamn night. It's gonna bug the shit out of me. I already know. I already know. Overshifted. It's fine. It's another purple. 122.4. It's in that corner. When I take that corner too fast, that first left-hander there, it does feel like the car wants to step out, even when I'm not on the gas. Ooh. I broke a little too deep there. Too deep there as well. Missed the apex. Whoa, 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 whoa. Saved it, but the car really... ruined my purple. That was going to be a purple lap. Overshifted again, but it's fine.
Gap is 26 seconds to the car behind.
Schumacher going to gain a lot. Because I almost lost it there. Right. You know, this was actually one of my goals for this year, was to finish the career mode on this, and then I was so afraid OBS was going to crash every time I tried to play this. that I just didn't play it. But now it's August, and instead of chipping away at this career mode all year, if I want to finish it, I've got to cram, after this race, 13 more races in before the end of the year, which is doable still, but it would be like a race a week almost. I don't think I want to commit to that. So this might be something we finish next year sometime. I will say I'd like to get to at least the Hungaro ring. Or complete the Hungaro ring. I think there's 12 or 10. If I remember correctly, the order is Albert Park, which Timothy said Hockenheim is his favorite. Albert Park is by far and away mine. I fucking love Albert Park. Such a fun track. Albert Park is what a street circuit should be. None of this Vegas bullshit, Miami bullshit. Albert Park is exactly how a street circuit should operate. And it really doesn't matter if it's the new layout or the old layout. They're both excellent.
Careful when overtaking. They should let you through.
That's a purple. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt good. Ooh, I always knew going flat out there, that was the risk.
The guys have run the numbers. Grosjean will be pitting within the next 3 laps.
I gotta save these tires actually, because I don't know if they're gonna. I'm not pitting till 11. It's 8. Look at how orange they are on the rears. It's a shame that they're degrading so quickly on the rears, because the fronts look like they got 10 laps left in them.
He should let you past.
You know, the fronts look great. Well, we're losing the rears pretty quickly. We'll go down the standard. You know, the funny thing is, I'm probably going to get to tell Lou at some time next week, I feel like,
You're putting a good distance between
that
yourself
I
and
am
the car
going to be
behind.
into day 8 of the Paralympics, which is crazy. Percentage-wise, I'm actually only 58% of the way through. But I'm into day 7 now, and I feel like I have only maybe 20 more videos in day 7. So there's only 11 days, so it doesn't feel like, cause going through the YouTube playlist doesn't feel like I'm close to the end. Definitely feels like I made progress, but at the same time, like, I'm seeing it say like day 7, and I'm like, well, there's only 11 days.
There's a group of slower cars just ahead of you.
So by that metric, and I'm over halfway through day 7, so it's like by that metric, I should be close. But we'll see. That's a West Coast pitch right there. Cubs at Giants. We got to be boxing this lap, I feel like, right? My rears have held up pretty well.
The pit window is open. Come in this lap.
We got to be boxing. Box, 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 box.
We estimate that Schumacher should be pitting in the next 4 laps.
They're all going to be on options too. Usually I actually just run the primes in qualifying, because it opens the race up more for me. And, you know, it's on the easy difficulty. But I felt like I burnt so many pairs during the qualifying and everything else that I just, I didn't want to go back on the primes. Because I wanted to keep a fresh pair for the race, so.
Fuel is looking really good. You've managed that really well.
Here we go.
Go. The track is clear. Track is clear.
Not ready for you yet. Oh my goodness. I rolled back that corrupt Windows update. Or that one that I was told was going to be problematic. I paused the updates for 5 weeks. So we should be good there. The only problem about Canada is you literally do come out on the marbles.
We've put a new set of prime tyres on the car. That leaves you with 3 stops remaining. 3 stops.
Next stop should be what? 17? 27, yeah, sorry. You guys got the ads in 2 minutes, by the way. We're flying, man. We're already, honestly. It's already lap 12. I just think wheel sat one, just steering sat, maybe linearity actually. Let me just up two, just up two. I'm excited for Gimpo to come back tomorrow. I know that. I'm very excited to play that save again. Even though it's torturing the ever-living shit out of me. God, I cut that corner like mad. It's my own fault. They're pitting. The first round of pit stops, that's purple anyway, probably because I got DRS. Even though I fucked up the chicane at the end, it's purple because just because I had DRS alone. You can corner cut the shit out of things here in this game. Raikkonen's pitting. Grosjean is P2. That's not good. Jesus Christ, Hakey. It's that post-dinner crash right there.
There are quite a few cars in the pits right
Purple,
now.
that felt
Watch out
good.
for cars exiting the pits.
No kid, Jesus, right, one right in front. But yeah, Gimpo tomorrow. I think tomorrow.
The car ahead is nearly a lap down.
I don't think we get to. I do not think we will get to.
Looks like the car behind
August.
might be trying to go for a shorter stint. They've just
But
fitted the
I
option
do
tyre to the
think
car.
that we are going to wind up selling Bonsu. I think he's going to come to me again and say, hey, I want to leave. And I think if he does, I'm going to just say, you know what, I will let you leave for the right price. As long as I get a fair price. Adios, amigos. I'm part of me thinks I should hold on to him because if he wants to leave in August, it would be one thing, but we do have the Champions League that starts in September.
We're a minute up on the
So
car
it's like one of
behind.
those things where
1
like, do we
minute.
just try to hold on to him for the Champions League, play him in the Champions League, and then let him go in January? And our club's going to be willing to pay the same money in January that they might be willing to pay in August for him. Although, to be fair, we're not asking a whole hell of a lot for him from clubs that are outside of Korea. You know, asking 2.2 to 2.5 million for him from a Korean club is going to be, my pedal shifted, give me a second here. It's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot. Asking 2.2 to 2.5 million from a European side is not going to be a lot. There's going to be quite a few leagues that are going to be willing to pay that. Maybe not like a Serbia even. But Eredivisie would have no problem. Bundesliga 2 would have no problem. La Liga would have no problem. Serie A, Serie B. You know, they would be okay with 2.2 million. It's about holding on to the rest, though. You know, you have to make sure there's not an exodus. You lose one key player, important player, fine. You might be able to replace him, but if you lose 4 to 5, you're definitely going to be a weakened squad. And I had a look the other day. I was digging around in the save yesterday. and I saw the wages that Ulsan are paying compared to us, and it's like 5 times. It's 4 to 5 times. And I'm like, this is why we've got to work on getting the reputation of the club up, which we've done a good job with. I mean, the club was 1 star. We're up to 2.5 now. And Junbuk, who are the most reputable club in Korea, they're only 3. They're only a 3-star rep club, so we're not far off. Whoa, there's some accident debris there. What the hell happened? Oh, I locked up. Alonso, baby, I locked up. He's doing all right. He's up to 5th. Alonso is fighting. That Ferrari's particularly not very quick. Alonso is, though, that's for sure. Oh, peak. Don't do that, man. Here's Michael Schumacher, 4th. Did we get DRS? I don't think we did. We did. That's purple. The 122.1 replaces the 122.2 before it. That is a slip and slide into the marbles. Well, we at least kept the car on the track. There's not unlimited flashbacks, unlike the newer F1 games. We are limited to 4. That's how you follow up a purple's lap, by the way, is with a lap that's 2 seconds slower. Almost 2.5 slower at that rate. Wow.
You're coming up to a lapped car. Be careful when overtaking.
Hill did most of the work there. Kept that car pinned. Oh, almost overshot that. Raikkonen. Oh, fuck. The Lotuses are running 2-3. That's not good. We don't want that. We're trying to win the drivers, or, well, we're going to win the drivers, but we're trying to win the constructors as well. We've won it every season. This is the final season. Yes, we even won it when we were at Caterham. We won the constructors title at Caterham. Not by much, but we did. Ooh, Canada. What's up, Block? Welcome back. You can't sleep, can you? Love that track. Yeah, my favorite is Albert Park, but this is a fun track. Right, when we come around this time by, we'll be 30% through. 30% through the race distance this time by. But yeah, I was talking about schedule. I end up binge watching a video explaining Neon Genesis Evangelion. Have you ever watched Neon Genesis Evangelion? Oh fuck. We're gonna, well, we're doing some landscaping. I took a page out of Thomasy's book there from Forza Horizon 5. I just went straight over to grass. We mowed the grass. Homeowners got their lawn shaved. I have watched it. He's with my friends, but just wanted to understand more. Got it. Okay. It is a bit confusing at the end. Oh, you watched it with friends. It is a bit confusing at the end. It is a phenomenal series, though. People say it's the best they've ever watched. I don't know about that, but I do think that it is excellent. Oh fuck that! I look away for 1 second, and I've absolutely plunked it into the wall. Where did I plunk it into the wall? Right there is where I plunked it into the wall. Okay. That's gonna be a clip. I already know. I know Blockbuster's already off clipping that shit. I've done it to him so many times. Honestly. Yo, Pat Wiz! What's going on, user first? Let me write you down, bro. And then I'll give you a shout out here. What's going on, my man? How are you? Welcome in, man. I have to do it on the phone because if I alt tab out of the game, I will probably crash OBS. But man, how are you, bro? Watching all your F1 streams got me racing, man. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, there it is. I knew that was coming. Good morning to you, Pat Witz. I hope you're well, bro. Great driving license and registration, please. Not the popo. Not the popo. How are you, man? We were just discussing... Oh, fuck. We were just discussing Neon Genesis Evangelion. Because Block had said he watched the video explaining more of it. I actually want to watch the remakes, the 4 movies that they made for it. Because character design-wise, I wasn't a big fan of Rey. Her character's okay. Asuka's okay as well. I don't mind them as characters. I just wasn't in love with their designs. And then, fuck, what's her name? Is it Mari? comes along, and I'm like, thank you so much for the shout out. You are welcome, my man. And I'm like, wow, this character, the character design on Mari is, I love her character design. But I don't know anything about the character because she's specific to the remakes. So this is indeed Canada, yes. Great track. Pat, what's your favorite track in F1? And Block, what's your favorite track in F1? Timothy said it was Hockenheim for him. I feel like that's a really good choice. Hockenheim's a great little track. For me, Albert Park. And I don't care what layout for Albert Park. I'll take the old layout, I'll take the new layout. I think Albert Park's just an unbelievable track. Albert Park is everything that street racing is meant to be. Spa and Imola. I like Imola. I don't like Spa. I like racing on Spa. I hate watching Spa. The A1 ring and Singapore. The A1 ring, and old A1 ring I like. Yeah, so I found out the movies are separate technically, but actually like a continuation. It's quite weird to describe it. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I like the old A1 ring because, I mean, it hasn't changed, but when the cars were smaller this generation, and then when they raced them in the 90s, I really enjoyed the A1 ring. But like, now I feel like it's a terrible race on the calendar. Oh, I've missed my breaking point. Oh, I'm all over the shop here. Singapore, I have a love-hate relationship. It's really fun to drive. It's just fucking insanely difficult. And the rears went. The margins there in Singapore are really small. So it's one of those things where, like, if you're trying to get the most out of a lap in Singapore and you cheat too far off the racing line, you're gonna blow your wheel off. And it's like, that's why I have a love-hate relationship with it. But it is a fun track. What team do you support? So I was a Lotus fan back in the day because my favorite driver drove for them, but they have not been in the sport for so long. Oh, she got loose there. That I support the other team that my favorite driver drove for, and that's Williams. It's also why I have a soft spot for McLaren a little bit. Haas, I do like Haas. The only teams I really don't like are Red Bull. Love the Japan Haas. Oh, insane, yeah. Who was your favorite driver? Ayrton Senna. Without a shadow of a doubt, Ayrton Senna. I was devastated when he died. Fair enough, yeah. Devastated when he died. I didn't watch F1 for like at least 10 years after he died. And I had the same thing with NASCAR. When Earnhardt died, I didn't watch NASCAR for like 10 years. My GOAT, I mean, yeah, I think he's the greatest driver to touch a racing car. Schumacher's a really good choice. Schumacher for me, it was GOAT era. I mean, my GOAT, okay, so see. I know it's a bit before my time, but my dad had clips of Mika. Mika was a great driver. So, the battles him and Schumacher had in the 90s were fucking awesome. What was it, like 99, 2000, 2001 when they were really battling? Awesome. Pastor Maldonado, hey, I expected Pix to make that. What's up, Thomas? How you doing, brother? Hope you're well, man. Welcome in. Thomas, what's your favorite track, though? We're going over favorite driver. What's your favorite track? You know what the crazy thing is? You know what the crazy thing is, Block? When you, first off, number one, fuck you. Second off, number two. Second off, number two, when you pick a team, you have to replace a driver. So, like, if you were to pick Caterham, you would replace whoever the other driver at Caterham was. I can't even fucking remember. Maybe Petrov, I think is the other driver. But when you pick Williams, if you sign on to Williams, if you sign with Williams as a number one driver, you replace Pastor Maldonado. But the game doesn't add your character's text to the suits or anything. So when the character, like if I podium and it goes to the cutscene where you climb out of the car and like the driver's like fist pumping and stuff, it says P Maldonado on their driver's suit. So yes, technically in this game while I'm at Williams, I am Pastor Maldonado. Don't diss my goat. Nice. Cadillac is the first team to sign two number two drivers. Oh my god, that's brutal. That's brutal. No, we're pitting. Honestly, I haven't watched F1 in probably like 12, 13 years. It's been about 3. I'm good, thanks. Hope all's well with you, mate. I'm okay. I'm alright.
Rich fuel on Mix 3 is there if you need it. You have the performance available and it's your call as to when and where to use it.
We're enjoying this. Schedule-wise, Gimpo's back tomorrow. I'm excited to play that, even though my ass is probably going to get kicked in it.
Go now.
I was talking before you guys had got here that I think I'm going to have to wind up selling Bonsu in the summer transfer window. Because he's probably going to want out of the club, and I don't know if I should try and force him to stay by telling him I'll lock him in contract hell, or because we have the Champions League in September, and then just sell him in the winter window, or if I'm not really going to find any bids for him until the summer window, so or outside of the summer window. So we have an interesting transfer window coming up. Gimpo will bounce back. I agree. But we have an interesting transfer window coming up, that's for sure. So yeah, Gimpo's back Thursday. Friday it's Down Our Live Extreme Venus Vacation, which you guys know what that game is all about. So if you're not into that kind of stuff, don't show up on Friday. It's totally fine. And then Saturday and Sunday, the times are going to change. I know that. There's no.
Car behind has got a new prime tyres fitted, going for a longer period.
My mother came
between
to me
stops.
today and said she wants to go out for breakfast over the weekend. So I was like, okay, we could do that. So at some point we're going to be going out on the weekend. I just don't know which day and when. And when I get those details, the schedule will change accordingly. But I mean, we are going to stream Saturday and Sunday at some point. I just don't know when. Yeah. But yeah, Saturday one of those streams will be Gimpo. They might both be Gimpo. But they might also be oh, I'm still on lean like an idiot. They might also be like Pang Ya mixed in, because my guild, the golfing community, TGC, reached Draxi, who's the head of it, reached out and said, who's available to play this weekend? And I said, you know what, I loved it when we had a full lobby and we played. I thought it was a lot of fun. I totally want to do that again. So one of the weekend days might be Pangya. We'll see. Or at least for 2.5 to 3 hours, it'll be Pangya. And then I actually just reached out to Going Off Games, Honey Badger, and Vivid Dark FPS and said, hey, who's available to, and willing to play Peak next week? Around 7:30 p.m. So we'll see. I'd love to go. I just love that game. So we might be going peeking. You guys might get to see the new biome on this stream because they were supposed to add in Alpine and well they came out with the Mesa biome. And then they were supposed to, after a week of Mesa, replacing Alpine, they said they were going to put the two on a rotation. So randomly each day it'll be either Alpine or Mesa. And then they realized there was a bug and Mesa was never getting selected. So they've had to remove Alpine for the time being, and now Mesa is the only thing available. So you might see the new Mesa meta if we play and they haven't patched that back in. I personally don't mind Alpine. I think it's a pretty decent biome. The Tropics are the biome I hate the most. The Tropics is definitely, like, that is the one that really, there's just so much going on in the Tropics. Right, I'm gonna attempt to get some sleep. So enjoy stream. Thank you, Blockbuster. I appreciate you, brother. Have a wonderful night, my guy. Man's going to attempt to get sleep after watching videos on Evangelion. I mean, VAR maybe? I don't know. Good night, bro. Good night. Night, Pat Witch. So late down there? Yeah, he is like 3:15 in the morning, bro. That's nuts. We're only 10:15 here in the evening. It's 3 a.m. It hits different. That is true. I do know the feeling. I used to watch Gitsack late at night. For those that don't know what Gitsack is, it's probably one of the better animes. I really highly recommend it. But it's Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, and man, what a fucking show that was. Yeah, and I just woke up so tired last night. Really? What time did you go to bed? Didn't you stream really late? I thought I came into your stream like the one night. I replaced my 122.9 with a 121 or 122.1, sorry, with a 121.9. Let's go. I know the one day you did the dill draft that wrecked you. My sleep schedule's just fucked because it's summer and I wake up at like 12 midday. You remind me of my girlfriend. When my girlfriend was in college, that's all she did. I mean, it was like she would sleep till like 4 in the afternoon, and I'd be like, "Babe, you gotta wake up." Like, but you know what? I eventually just said it. She's young. I was the same way when I was that age. I'm just gonna leave her be. You know what I mean? Nope, came home past 12. Ooh. So, oh, that felt great. Can we purple? Yes, we can. The 121.9 replaced with a 121.7 now. Yo, same, but mine is because of work. Yeah. When I worked second shift, mine was because actually just the first 2 jobs I worked in general were not good for sleep. And the reason was I used to never be able to go to bed right when coming home from work. I always had to have some time to myself between work and going to sleep. And when I worked the clothing department, the department store, your schedule varied all the time. You would do close opens, You would do open to closes. You would do all sorts of shit, right? And on the around Christmas time, which is where I got to really dislike the holiday, close opens were unforgiving because the store would be open till midnight and it would open at 6 a.m. the next day. And I lived 40 minutes away, 45 minutes away. So it'd be something where, and you had to have the store open ready when you left at night, meaning it had to be presentable. So customers would make a mess, and you would have to clean up, refold all the shirts, etc., etc., etc. You know, reassort the ties on the tie table by color. You know, all that fun fucking jazz. And so you spent a half hour to 45 minutes doing that in the height of peak. So the store would close at 12. You would start cleaning up at 12. You know, at 12. 12:30, 12:45, you were finally able to leave. You would have to take your till down to the vault, get it counted, you know, all that stuff. And by the time you actually clocked out and left, it was like 12:50, 12:55 at night, you know, or AM, I should say. And then drive 40 minutes home. You'd get in at 1:30, 1:45, go to bed. The alarm would be set for 4 a.m. You'd get up at 4, shower, go drive into work. You would get there at 5:40, clock in. Work would start at 5:45 with a pre-shift meeting or a pre-opening meeting, pre-store opening, and then you would go to work for another 9 hours. And it was just on 3 hours sleep. And it was just brutal. It was just absolutely brutal. So my sleep schedule was fucked when I did that. I totally get that because of work. The other thing is we get the cross whites this time by the way. That's not even enough. Cross whites is not even an F1 thing. That's a NASCAR thing. If you don't know what cross whites is, in NASCAR, the white flag signals the last lap of the race. At the halfway point of the race, they actually wave 2 white flags, and it's called the cross whites or cross white flags. And it indicates that the race is halfway over. Oh, yeah. So they actually have 2 white flags in NASCAR. So I actually think, it's so funny to me, because I think in F1 a white flag is actually like a very bad punishment, if I remember correctly. So... But yeah, the second job that I worked right after I left the department store, I went to my first warehouse, and I worked in the shipping receiving department. You know, I was a clerk there, and all that stuff, and scheduler, clerk, dispatcher, all of it basically. And I worked from 3 to 11 was the scheduled shift, but there was always work to be done, always. And there were nights where I didn't get done till 2, 3 in the morning, just because there was so much paperwork to finish or so much to prep for the next day. And that place was, it was a decent, like I wouldn't want to say it was fun. They were decent people that worked there. But I remember we always used to get that whole first shift versus second shift, you know, clash going on, where first shift accused second shift of a lot of stuff, and we accused first shift of a lot of stuff, and I finally sat down and I said, you have to remember, every night, every day, that you come into work, it's 7 in the morning, it's way too early for you, and you're miserable, and I understand that. And I said, but, I said, when it's 3 o'clock, you leave. I said, when 8 hours are up, you leave. You don't stay to 4. You don't stay to 5. You don't stay to 6. And I said, when it's 11 p.m., I don't leave. I might have trucks that are scheduled for 11:30 midnight. Who takes care of those trucks? I have to, because I'm on second shift. You know what I mean? We can't close the building if we're expecting a delivery. You know, who has to lock up? I do. Who has to push all the paperwork through, you know, ship all the orders systemically out of the system that actually, you know, leave on the trucks, print the paperwork for the next day so that when the first trucks arrive at 7, 8 a.m., they don't have to scramble to give the legal documentation that they're required to give to the drivers. I have to do all that before I leave. Sometimes if we're really busy, that's not 11 o'clock. That's midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I think the latest I've ever stayed there was 3 a.m. So I said, but and it's every night. And I said, whereas by comparison, if you run first shift, you just leave when your shift's over. So I said, yeah, it was pretty brutal. I had my second job restaurant all around there. 12 hours per day, 6 days a week. Yeah, that was COVID for me, Pat. When COVID hit, I was in my third warehousing gig. And I'm still with that company now, but I worked in their e-commerce department at the time. And everything in the business shut down because the business that I work at is like 95% retail. And, you know, big brick and mortar stores where you go and you go to a physical location and you shop there. And the other 5% of the business is e-commerce, where you buy an order online and we ship it to you. And Senna got up into the points. That's good. That's very good for us because Grosjean and Raikkonen are second and third, and that's not good for us. But anyway, when COVID came, the retail side of the business shut down, but e-commerce still operated because we sold food, hand sanitizer, bandages, masks, you name it, we sold it. And, you know, everybody that would go to the store to buy that now had to buy it online because it was social distancing and all that stuff. And so my hours exploded, and I would work Monday through Saturday, basically 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Sundays I would come in 8 a.m. to I worked 12 p.m. I worked noon to midnight, Monday through Saturday, noon to midnight, and then come on, Sean, seriously, and then Sundays I would have to come in 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And yeah. I mean, you know how exhausting it is just doing the restaurant work. You know, being on your feet for that long, every day. And then we had a concrete floor that we were standing on as well, and it was just my feet had calluses, blisters, everything. It was awful. I did that for like 13 and a half weeks, I think it was. I did that for. Yeah, it was a terror. It was, oh my god, it was physically draining. Yeah, back hurts every time I go home. Yeah, exactly. My feet were screaming at me. I actually bought one of those like automatic foot massagers that you plug in, and it like squeezes your feet and massages it with balls on the bottom. And I'm like, I just bought that to try and numb the pain away, you know, because it was just so bad. It was just so bad. Standing on a concrete floor from anywhere from, on a good week when we didn't have a lot of orders and volume, 70 hours. When we had a load of volume, it was something like 90 hours a week. Yeah, it was awful. I do not wish to ever experience that kind of work again. So, that's for sure. That's why I always took a warm shower. Don't relieve the pain, but it relaxes your body well. Yeah, I took a warm shower as well. But man, those were crazy days. I used to come home and commentate in between. I would get home at like 1:30, 2 a.m. and I would be like, not even 1:30. It would more be like 12:50. And by 1 a.m. I was on the mic and I'd be like, blah, 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 commentating. Would go to sleep at like 3, 4 a.m. Wake up at 11, or no, not at 10, and do it all over again. But yeah. The crazy shit you do. You know what the crazy thing is? You want to know what the crazy thing is? The year that COVID happened, 2020, right? And I worked all of that overtime, right? That was a good save. That was actually a really good save because I was still flat out on the throttle. That was a great save. But the year I worked all that overtime, 2020, right? I have had 4 raises, base pay raises, since the 2020 year, and I still don't make as much money now as I did the year I worked all that overtime because of COVID. I still don't make the same money. Even though my base wage has since gone up. And I mean like significantly, it's gone up like $5, $6 an hour. I still don't make, yeah. I mean they pay well for their margins and the job that I have because I'm basically OS&D, which is overages, shortages, and damages. And the first company I worked with, when I was OS&D, the very first company I worked with, they were offering, or I was making $21,000 a year. It was nothing. And then when I left there, I think by the time I left there, I was making 28, 29,000. I think I had actually just broken the 30 mark. I was making 30, 31, somewhere around there. And then I went to Karcher, which is a German pressure watching company, and they had an American outlet, and they offered me 50 right out the gate. They said, "We'll bring you on for 50,000." And I said, "I can jump from 31 to 50,000 with a job change. I'm fucking doing it, like without a shadow of a doubt." And worked there for 3 years, and then I got the offer at my current employer. Pigs, what's your favorite F1 track, Pigs?
Stopping this lap.
Oh, I'm stopping already? These tires have more life in them, though. The next pair better be a fresh pair, bro. Yes. Spain. Barcelona. Oh. Nope. No. Oh, Brazil. Okay. I mean, Interlagos is a great track. The only reason I thought it would be Barcelona is because Maldonado won in Barcelona. So I thought you were going on the fact that the history of Maldonado winning at Barcelona, but what if one team? Yeah, good question. But Maldonado's Venezuela. That is true. He is Venezuelan. He's not Colombian. So Montoya's my boy. Yes. Okay. You're also a big Montrada fan. Mine hands down. No, it's not close. Don't do that. We don't do that. No, don't do. No. Fuck. I am stupid. I am stupid. They have put Warren. Oh man, this is bad. They put. Yeah, Montoya. Yeah. I am stupid. Uh, my favorite's Albert Park.
You're on the prime tyres. Only one stop to go.
Can I even make it to that pit stop with these worn tires? I think it doesn't matter. To me as well, they changed the layout of Albert Park, and it hasn't detracted from how good that track is. It's close. It is no. Oh. Montoya is a kid racing too. He does. Venezuelans, Colombians, Ecuadorians, we're all close. A little variation. Albert Park is nice. I always hit the walls a little. Yeah, but name me a better street track than Albert Park. You know what I mean? Yeah, Sun is good. Really? Like Albert, I said this earlier in the stream, but Albert Park is exactly how a street track should operate. None of this. I've cooked that turn. Oh, come on, don't spin out. Like Albert Park is exactly how a street track should behave. No, Miami is not it. You know, Las Vegas definitely ain't it. BRB, I'm gonna get off the bed and make my coffee. Okay. Vegas definitely isn't. I mean, Jeddah's not really that great a street track either. Third sector's kind of fun, but there's not really, like, first sector in Jeddah's awful.
We're losing a lot of time to the car behind. He's lapping much faster than you at the moment.
But that's kind of why in this game,
Tires have been put on Raikkonen's car.
Payne Orlando got messied. That's kind of why I miss Valencia so much. The European track. It's like, I know you hate them both. I do, but I would rather have Orlando. But yeah, I miss Valencia because that is also, to me, a fun... Like, Sector 1 in Valencia is kind of boring, but man, those last two sectors... Holy moly. So good. I don't think these tires get us to 59. I don't, especially if I keep running on marble and shit. Running on marble. Oh. Pigs, did you see the album I got today, by the way? Bro. I'm like... I never actually listened to the whole album before. Obviously, I've heard the hits. But... I got Thriller by Michael Jackson. Obviously, I've heard the hits on that track. Or on that album. But I've never actually listened to the whole album. But like, holy shit, man. It's insane to think... It's insane to me. I think I've got that on vinyl. My dad does as well. And I was looking at the statistics, right? And it like the statistics alone blow it out of the water. Like it tells the whole story. Like, so there's 51.2 confirmed million copies of that album that were sold, but reportedly, because obviously it released in a day and age where, like, you know, not all of the sales could be verified. Talking Book by Stevie Wonder, another no skip albums like that, yeah. But obviously, you know, it was released in an era where you can't verify all the sales, or it was a lot harder to. So the reported sales are around 70 million copies for Thriller. The YouTube playlist alone for the album is like, the opening track is like 100 million plays. And then the next track's like 80 million. And then you get to track 4, Thriller. And it's like 1 billion plays. And then you get Beat It, and that's like 800 million plays. And then you get Billie Jean, and it's 2.1 billion plays. And I'm just like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. But the thing that really interests me that I never knew is that the reported second most sold album all time is Back in Black by AC/DC. Now, I knew AC/DC were popular. I like AC/DC a lot myself. Never would have thought they would have had an album that's that successful. So AC/DC still going? They are. Welcome in, Cy. How you doing, bro? Let me give you a shout out, my man. But to me, like, I look at it and go, of all the artists, right? They played Edinburgh the other day. That's sick, actually. But that is actually sick. I'll be lurking back at 45. All right, sounds good, man. But, like, I wouldn't have thought, of all the popularity of artists today, right? With, like, the internet and how much more popular artists at least appear to be, like Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter and all them. Like, the best-selling albums are AC/DC, Whitney Houston, which is understandable. Whitney Houston, an amazing talent. But, like, I think Meatloaf is one of them. I'm like, Meatloaf? I don't mind Meatloaf, but like, I would have never thought Meatloaf. People don't buy albums as much as they used to. That's a really good point, actually. Whoa, shit! Pay attention. That's actually a really good point, because they're usually just buying the songs. People don't really buy albums now. Yeah. Because you're usually just buying the individual track, or you're just streaming it. But I know a lot of the chart services now. Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music plays. Yep. But yeah, it's still crazy to me. And then the other thing on top of that is, not only is AC/DC Back in Black the #2 selling album of all time, but Thriller sold 20 million more than it alone. I'm like, that's fucking nuts. Like, that's actually fucking crazy. And then it's amazing. It amazes me. The Eagles have 2 albums. Yeah, 2 albums on that as well. Hotel California and a Best Hits, which is crazy. Which I didn't even think the Eagles were that. I mean, I like the Eagles. I thought they were a great band, but like, if you asked me my favorite bands, or my top 5 or my top 10 favorite bands or best bands, Eagles don't appear on that list. You know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. That seems wilder to me too. Like, in fact, I don't think anybody, if I asked you what your top 5 bands are, I don't think you say Eagles. You know? I would think people would say, like, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, sure. I just realized I'm not locked those in. Led Zeppelin, Metallica, you know what I mean? Like, something like that. But the fact that Thriller's sold 20 million more copies than the second most sold, like, that is fucking nuts. Really good album so far. I don't know if it's going to dethrone Young Americans by David Bowie on the ratings I have. It's awfully close. I know that. I still have to listen to, I think, the last 3 tracks of the album and give them a rating, which I will do tomorrow. But right now in this album challenge I'm doing, this is the 55th day of the challenge. And the top rated album I've had is David Bowie, Young Americans, which I think had a 9.25. It was just excellent. And it's one of only 2 albums I had that have had a 9.0 rating or more. Adele has an album at 17th in 2011, 32 million sales. No one else has had a top-selling album after two. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what the funny thing is about that? I feel like 21's a better album. Which is I mean, I'm not a huge Adele fan, but I feel like 21 is a better album from her as well. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, she came really loose. Adele is the only person to crack 20 million in at least 20 years. She's done it twice. I bet the other album is 21 or 23, whatever it is. 21 or 23 is the album. 21 and 17 is like. Sorry, 21 is the 32 million. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, 21's a really good album. I actually think that's on this challenge as well. I actually think that album is on this challenge. I know there's at least one Adele album on the challenge. There's one Taylor Swift album on it as well. I'm not looking forward to that. I am not looking forward to that at all. And then there's like a Beyonce album. I don't think I'm looking forward to that either. I might be surprised with that one. I don't know. Pop like that, the whole Beyonce, Rihanna pop thing is like not Ariana Grande. It's like not me. It's just not a style of music I enjoy. 25 is 23 million. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Although, to be fair, I was also hooked on Rolling in the Deep back in the day. Like, that was one of my favorite songs that came out from the Naughties. Great track. Drumline on that's so good, too. Like, just the constant beating of that drum that sets, like, just guides the pace of the entire track. Phenomenal. Really, really good. The best-selling albums the last few years get around 5 million. That's nothing. But like you said, people don't really buy albums anymore. The only other thing to think about, right, is, you know, back in 1982, when Thriller was released, right, there was no internet. So you couldn't order the album. And then they made, like, how did they know they were going to need to produce 70 million vinyls? Do you know what I mean? Only if it's Adele, it seems. That's true. That's true. Good point. Like, how did they know they were going to need to make physically that many copies of Thriller? That seems nuts. You know? I'd imagine most stores at some point would have sold out of the copies of it, but like, fucking hell. They probably restocked. Yeah, but I can't even imagine, obviously I wasn't alive then, but I can't even imagine what the initial surge would have been like for when that album got released and how popular it just became. But yeah. This has been a really fun challenge. I know that. I've really enjoyed it, even though I've had some absolute garbage to listen to. It's been a lot of fun. What do you think is the best-selling single? The best-selling single of all time. Is it okay? Best-selling single of all time, I think, could be. This is going to sound so stupid in right field. Clocks by Coldplay. Don't they have one? Don't they? I'm pretty sure they have a single that's pretty far up the list. Isn't it like clock? Or no, isn't it, could it be No Surprises by Physically Only? Could it be No Surprises by Radiohead? Physical only, though. Highest selling single of all time? White Christmas, Bing Crosby. Oh my goodness me. You know what the funny thing is? There's something like that when it comes to city pop. For those that don't know what city pop is, right? City pop is like 80s to 90s Japanese pop, right? Very good. Very, very phenomenal genre, right? But there's an artist who is like the king of city pop. And his name is Tatsuro Yamashita. And he's incredible. I love him. Someday my Tatsuro Yamashita is my favorite city pop track. And it's an amazing track. And the crazy thing is the studio albums version of that track is very good, but the live version is even better. Highest physical and digital combined pre-2000s is Mariah Carey, All I Want for... Oh, of course. Fucking Christ almighty. But, best-selling digital I've never heard of. What? It's probably somebody I've never heard of either, to be fair. I don't even listen to modern music anymore. Shaoshan Spotlight. Oh, I actually have heard of that. The only reason I've heard of that is because Mia Makes Music, who we rated the other night, is a pianist who she takes song requests, and you can actually request that she learns a song via sight reading. Like if you can request that she, like does it, like learns it, practices it, adds it to her library, right? And you just have to provide her the sheet music. That was the word I wanted to say, the sheet music. One of her viewers has, and that song is played on a regular case. It's actually pretty decent. It sounds it sounds amazing on piano. I know that. But I don't know it outside of her playing it on her streams. But if you're into piano music on Twitch, by the way, Mia Makes Music, phenomenal streamer, really good pianist. I would highly recommend. But yeah, no, that song sounds lovely on piano. I know that. But the city pop artist I was talking about, Tatsuro Yamashita, he came out with a Merry Christmas song, right? And it became very popular in Japan. It's like the highest selling Christmas song, one of the highest selling singles in Japanese history. And anytime I talk to somebody who is Japanese or knows or like listens to J-pop, right, or even K-pop, and I say, oh yeah, Tatsuro Yamashita, I mentioned Tatsuro Yamashita, they go, oh yeah, that's the guy, that's the Christmas song guy, right? And I'm like, brother, he has been making city pop music for like 40 years. Like, can we not? But honestly, that's kind of like Mariah Carey. Like Dream Lover, to me, is Mariah Carey's best track. I love that track. I don't think anybody who knows Mariah Carey today, like if I were to ask anybody younger than me if they could name a single by Mariah Carey that's not All I Want for Christmas Is You, I think they would genuinely struggle. And she knows it too. She plays into the meme as well. But, you know, genuinely, I feel like it's a shame because Mariah Carey actually has a great catalog of music prior to her breakout with All I Want for Christmas Is You. And I'm like, that, she's kind of been pigeonholed, right? Fantasy is a good song. That's a good shout, actually. Fantasy is a good song. My favorite tends to be Dream Lover, but that's just preference. Fantasy's also pretty class. I love talking music. It's fun topic. So, I was actually talking with Grace Tendo earlier today. I said, you know, about this kind of stuff, and with Raz as well, because Raz was streaming earlier. But yeah, we were talking about games too, and like she mentioned, or was it Tizzy? It was, I think it was Tisiphony. I was in Tisiphone's stream earlier today, and she was mentioning how big the Guild Wars 2 map is now, because she's been playing Guild Wars quite a bit, and her viewers have joined her in Guild Wars quite a bit actually as well. For those that don't know, Tisiphony is a VTuber on Twitch, and I found her because she was playing Peak one day, and but my tires, oh my god, my rears, holy shit. Well, we're in 2 laps anyway, so hopefully they last. But we were talking about, she was talking about how big the Guild Wars 2 map is, and it's pretty freaking huge. Granted, the game's been out like 10, 12 years now, something like that. But even though it's as big as it is, it's still not Daggerfall big. I mean, Daggerfall is massive. And sir, I will ask you to step out of your car in 13 laps time. I will. How about that? What's going on, Leo? I owe you a shout out as well, my guy. Let me get you. Did I write you down? I didn't even write you down. I wrote Psy down. Let me write you down. And then give you a shout out. You bear with me because I have to do it on mobile, because if I alt tab out of this game, OBS is going to crash. So, and ain't nobody want that. So, least of all me. Oh, there you go. Step out of the vehicle. It is totally fine, brother. I do not mind. I am enjoying the race. Thank you. I know it's easy mode, but I like to play this casually. You know, I think that was the biggest thing I learned when I played F120. I want to say 2020 F123 on stream. I played F123 on stream. I set the AI to like extremely hard, and then I was just white knuckling every race trying to hold on to positions, and like it got to the point where I hated the idea of launching the stream to play the next race. And that's why I told myself, like, I don't fucking care anymore that it's on easy mode. I'm just gonna enjoy playing the game. You know, because the repetitions of doing the laps and trying to find the racing line and trying to improve how we attack the corners and whatnot, lap over lap over lap over lap, I feel like that's where 90% of the enjoyment is in the racing. It's not actually like trying to battle with the CPU for 52 laps to hold on to a podium, you know what I mean? So racing games with all equipment is something I would love to do in the future when I'm at my own place. I mean, the wheel's the wheel's expensive, but it's not. Oh god, that's the tires going. They're not like, this wasn't awful. But I mean, the Fanatec looks so good. I mean, when I see like Huntsy or anybody else racing with the Fanatec, I'm like, God, I wish I had one. But I can't justify $2,000 to $2,500 bucks on a racing wheel. I can't. And people always say, like, people that have them always say, like, the wheel's not that expensive, and I'm like, yeah, but the base itself is like $1,500. So, you know, what am I supposed to mount it to? But yeah, it is fun. It is fun. Honestly, this works just a charm. You can feel the vibration and how loose the car gets. You really can feel the car through the wheel quite a bit. I have put maybe maybe 700 to 1,000 hours on the wheel between ETS, F1, NASCAR. And it still works like a charm. It's about where and how to store things. I'm still living in the same place where I moved in when I first came to Canada. Fair enough. Also, wow, 20 to 3. Hold on. Welcome back, baseball fan. 20 to 3 Rangers as Cowboys won against Chargers tonight. Definitely watching Texas Rangers Friday competitive right now. Nice. Very nice. And I do not have any place to store. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way actually. I'm running out of areas to store my stuff. I actually rearranged last year my closet because I used to just throw all the photo books I have in there and stuff like that. And I rearranged them so that they're all neatly organized. But after I rearranged them, I didn't have any room left in the closet for any more photo books. And then I've since acquired about 4 or 5 more photo books, and now I'm like, I need to. The secondary area that I stored them in no longer has any more room in them either. So I will see. I will hold you my promise to see you Monday. You can stay if you want. I'm not gonna. Thanks for welcoming me back, though. Yeah, absolutely, brother. You know you're always welcome here. But I'll see if you are leaving. I'll see you Monday, man. Have a great rest of your week and an awesome weekend as well, my guy. So, but yeah, I'm like, man, I need some more space. It doesn't help that I eventually keep buying plushies, photo books, figures, all sorts of merchandise, jerseys. Sinos on the jersey one. There's never enough space for jerseys. Never enough space for jerseys. And I'm like, I need to get back into the art of collecting them because I haven't bought a jersey in like 4 or 5 months. And they're just awesome. So definitely next season, 100% next season. Oh, I cooked the shit out of that. Okay. You too. Hopefully you're doing well. That's right. Oh, New Jersey, too overpopulated, not enough space. No, I meant not New Jersey. I didn't mean New Jersey, but fair play, actually. But no. No, I meant like football jerseys. Oh, that's a 119.5. That is a quick Oh, we locked it up. Like the one I'm wearing now. Sorry. But, yeah. I mean, I definitely next season is the season. Next season, I should have all of my debt paid off, except for my car, which is totally reasonable. But like, credit card will be gone, PayPal will be gone. I already got rid of my Affirm. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The money I'm getting, I'll have next summer. And into the autumn, I'll be what was I gonna say? Spending on golfing and jerseys, and investing some of them as well. Reagan must be. Yeah. Well, you know, it's our same recurring character. You know that. Have it in. It's our manager name. Oh fuck. It's a manager name in FM. It's the driver name in F1. I'm pretty sure I have it as a wrestler in WWE. It's my NASCAR driver as well. But this is season 5, Leo. That's all they've been doing for 5 seasons. Thanks for saying I have some humor. No one has ever said that to me except Kathleen. Now you, second one. Nice. Hey, that was very funny. Yeah, it's my girlfriend's OC, so I just use it in every game. I told her that too. I'm like, you realize I'm just gonna wind up using it in every game. I'm not smart enough to come up with my own characters, and I don't like putting myself in the game. But in her free time, that's what she does. She doodles, or not doodles, but she draws. And when you draw regularly, sometimes you create your own characters, and that's what she's done. Um, and that's where it comes from. So, and I tell her, like, just anytime that you have a writer's block or something, that's pretty smart. Yeah. I also tell her, anytime that you have a writer's block or something, and you're doodling for fun, or you're doodling to clear your mind or something, and you don't know what you want to draw, think of your character in a different life scenario. Like, take the character that you have, and like think of what she would be like as a wrestler, as an athlete, as an idol, as a, whatever, right? As a teacher, and like think of that, and then just start doodling that, you know? And she said that's very much like, that's very much to help her, because now she doesn't get writers, like, it just helps her focus her energy on something else whenever she can't get past the writer's block she has, or the whatever it is. So it's very relaxing to her. Like, that's one of her favorite hobbies. So it's like, hey, attack it from every angle then, you know what I mean? Like, Kathleen likes to draw too. I'm not as good as, mid. Don't even ask me to do. I've always thought about, I've entertained the idea in my mind of asking ChatGPT to help me learn how to do digital art in like Blender or something like that, because I couldn't do it on paper or pastel or anything like that. I tried it. I took art classes when I was in high school because they were required, and I did not do very well, despite very clear instructions from the teacher. And it's just not something I'm very talented at, no matter how hard I've tried. But digital art's a lot different. It's not quite the same thing. And there's different programs which behave differently on how you create digital art. So part of me is curious as giving that a go. Like, it's like graphic design. Not so much graphic design. I mean, yes, you are right, but like creating an image on an art program that does graphic art is different from doing it in Blender. Is different from doing it in Maya. You know what I mean? Like, there's different programs that all kind of do the same stuff but operate differently. So it's very, to me, I'm curious about it, because it's like, it's not like physical art where if I were to go and try to do a pastel or a watercolor or a pencil or a stencil or whatever, like, I would still struggle, because conceptualizing something here and trying to translate that with my hands is a little bit different than looking at it on a computer screen or modeling it like through Blender, where you push different nodes and whatnot, and it's almost like you're molding clay but creating digital art that way. It's different, kind of. Yeah, it's different. It's just a different medium. And I'm wondering if maybe because that's the case, it's something I could eventually learn and take up. It would require a lot of practice. I'm okay with that. I understand that. But I feel like I could eventually become someone who creates their own art. I just have to learn how to do so digitally. kind of curious. I'm kind of interested in that kind of stuff. You know. That's what I really like Blue Sky for. I actually quote tweeted someone and posted that the other day on Blue Sky. There's a lot of really good artists who in the beginning of the year / end of last year jumped over to Blue Sky. Most of them Western artists. A lot of the Eastern artists still stayed on Twitter, but a lot of Western artists. I mean, there's still some Eastern artists who jumped over to Blue Sky as well, but a lot of good Western artists have jumped over to Blue Sky, and I'm like, whoa, there's so much good art on Blue Sky. It's interesting though. Yeah, same. Not really into art. Fascinating. Yeah, practice makes perfect. Yeah. Trying to explain digital art versus physical art and the skills required. Same, but different. But still same. It's like that meme. Yeah, so I'm blown away by people who make great art. Like Mahua Karp, I've rated them. I've rated him once. Sakimi Chen makes decent art. Sakimi Chen's art in the cosplay community is actually really legendary. It's on the raunchy side, but it's like Sakimi Chan's variations that she's drawn of characters have spawned original cosplays more than anybody else I can think, which is why it's like, okay, yeah, a lot of great artists out there. Yeah, exactly. There's another one I follow on Blue Sky, Bado, something like that. They draw some interesting art. Io Maya on Twitch draws some really good art as well. Woni is another artist on Twitch that draws some really interesting art. Just saw the game on the monitor. It's almost 3 laps ahead.
Looks like this is
What do
going
you
to
mean?
be your finishing position, so let's make sure to keep it clean and bring the car home
What?
safely.
Just saw the game on the monitor, and it's oh my god, and it's almost 3 laps ahead. You mean 3 laps left? Because I only got 2 now. But yeah. Loads of great artists. I followed a new one actually, and I can't remember her name. Upmaya? Might not be the right name. But she draws some really cute art on Twitch as well. Yeah, artists across different platforms probably doing different kinds of art. That's very cool. I just love art. I love art. I love cosplay. It's I really like cosplay. That's probably my favorite art medium. I mean, what people create is just it's just insane. What people can create from just their own home. With very little material as well. Art is such a beauty. Yeah. I really like it. Right, we're gonna go to Rich. We're gonna try to purple. We probably won't because we're in traffic, but we're gonna try to purple this last lap. We have to beat a 1:19.5:31. We're purple in the first sector. We're off to a great start. I felt like I did that pretty smooth. Second sector, here we go. Are we still purple? Yes. I don't have DRS, so I probably can't purple without it, because I think my DRS lap did have purple, or I believe my purple lap did have DRS on it. We'll see. Oh, that's purple. That's purple. Like, USA flag was created by art by this girl, Betsy. Yeah, then got approved. It was her creation. I don't know backstory of it. Just got it in my head. It's all good. Bruno Senna got 9th, which means we get points. Right. Here's the total breakdown of this race. Charles Peak in last. Timo Glock 23rd. So the two Marussias. HRT's Pedro De La Rosa 22nd. The first of the two Toro Rossos, Daniel Ricciardo. He's in 21st. Carthagena, the other HRT 20th. Jean-Eric Verne, the other Toro Rosso, in 19th. The two Sahara Force Indias then, Paul di Resta, Nico Hulkenberg, 18th, 17th. Caterham's Heikki Kovalainen did well. He's up to 16th. Sauber had a shocker of a race. Kamui Kobayashi in 15th. Felipe Massa's Ferrari 14th. And then Sergio Perez in 13th. Vitaly Petrov, the other Caterham, just 12th. What a race from him. Up 6th. Vettel stayed 11th for Red Bull. Weber fell 3 places. He gets 1 point for Red Bull. In 10th, Senna finishes 9th. He picks up 2 points for the team. Hamilton's McLaren finishes 8th. That's 4 points for him. And then it's Alonso's Ferrari in 7th. 6 points for the Spaniard. Mercedes finished 4th and 6th. Michael Schumacher is in 6th. Jenson Button wedged between the Mercedes, so it's a Button sandwich. And then Rosberg, the other Mercedes, so 8, 10, and 12. So McLaren are going to pick up 14 points this weekend. Mercedes will pick up 20 points this weekend. Kimi Räikkönen, the Lotus, finishes in 3rd. He gets 15th. Roman Grosjean, the other Lotus, in 18th. So that's 33 points for Lotus this weekend. We only secured 27. So they gained 2 points on us. There is no point for fastest lap in 2012, by the way. Big reminder for that. Time of the race, 1 hour, 37 minute, 34.
You're still first in the Drivers' Championship. You're doing an
Drivers'
excellent job.
Championship. Peak is in last, 24th. Carthagena is 23rd. Glock 22nd. Ricciardo 21st. Pedro De La Rosa is 20th. Verne is 19th. Petrov is 18th. Kovalainen 17th. Paul di Resta 16th. All of them do not have points. Okay? They're all without points. Felipe Massa is then in 15th for Ferrari. He's the lowest driver to have scored points this season. Hulkenberg is in 14th, 3 points ahead of him. 2 points ahead of him is now Bruno Senna. So Bruno Senna, but he's technically out of the championship because I took his spot. So he's got no starts. Bruno Senna is he's jumped into 13th off that. Union Jack, I see United Kingdom. Also Hawaii has it on their flag. Well, these are real life drivers. This is the real life driver lineup from F1 2012. Yes. Deep boy face. There it is. Mark Webber 2 points ahead of Senna now. So Senna gained 1 point on Webber. Kobayashi's only on 11. His teammates got 8 more. Vettel's only 2 ahead of the Sauber. Ferrari's Alonso, good finish here. It picks up most of his points, actually. And he picked up 10 today. He only previously had 15, so he was wedged there in 11th. He jumps up to 8th. Schumacher's still 30 points ahead of him. 12 ahead of him is Grosjean. Now, big race result for Grosjean. Hamilton, he's now only 3 back of Hamilton, who's in 5th. Button is only 6 ahead of him. Rosberg is only 3 ahead of him. Raikkonen is only 3 ahead of him, and then we've got 175. So, really tight from 2nd through 6th. Constructors' Championship, Marussia bottom, HRT 11th, Toro Rosso 10th, Caterham 9th. All of those teams are without a point this season. Force India have 6, which is good enough for 8th. They are now 22 points back of Ferrari in 7th, who have closed the gap to Sauber to 2 points. Red Bull's only point ahead of Sauber. Mercedes is then 131 points ahead of Red Bull. There might be a bit of a gap here. And then McLaren is on 146, so they're 12 ahead. Lotus is on 149, 3 ahead. They actually just retook 2nd place off of McLaren. And then we are 34 points ahead. Lotus did gain 6 points on us this weekend. But we are still 34 points ahead of the Lotus. 7 races down. The next race is, I believe, the next race is going to be Europe. I think it's Valencia, which is awesome. I love that. I love that track. I believe it goes Australia, Bahrain, China. No, I'm sorry. It's Australia, Malaysia, Bahrain, China. Here we go. Here you go.
Okay, here we are. So
Australia, Albert Park. Who remembers this track, by the way? What a fucking track this is. Sepang, this is for you, bud.
By taking a wide approach and maximizing the length of the straight and your speed onto it. DRS is open and a big
That's for
boost as
Sepang.
well. Past the start finish
What a great
line,
track
the
that
pits
is.
on your
Missed that
right-hand
track.
side. Okay, so here we
China,
are, lap of
Shanghai,
in
good
China.
course. Bahrain, fun.
Okay, here we are,
Catalunya,
Catalunya
Monaco, Canada.
lap of Montreal coming up
A lot of
here.
zigzag
Final
motion there,
chicane,
Malaysia.
this is
Oh,
definitely
Malaysia's
a bike.
great. Malaysia has
Okay,
this
here
turn.
Okay,
Turn
here we are,
16.
Sepang,
I'll let
Malaysia,
them guide
on
you
the run up
through.
towards the last corner. Open this corner up by taking a wide approach and maximizing the length of the straight and your speed onto it. DRS is open and a big curves boost as well. Past the start finish line, the pits on your right hand side. Now eyes to the left. You want to look out for those marker boards. 100-meter board, brake in a straight line and ease the car towards the apex. Down from 180 miles an hour into second gear, 50 miles an hour for the turn 2 as well. Don't let the car
Two's
snap on you too
so
much
tough.
on the
You could
exit
lose
of
the
turn
car
2
so
itself,
easily in turn
and then
2.
wind the car around using DRS and a little curves boost as well up the hill towards turn 4. 100-meter board, late braking into this one, and don't use too much curb on the exit. That will really upset the balance of the car. Now towards turn 5, 155 minimum speed between these two corners, left and then right, and watch that exit curb as well. Turn 7, down through the gears, 2 gears
This is where
down,
it's
the
tricky
double
right here.
apex right-hander of 7 and 8. Open up the car now towards
And then
the
that's
right-hand
not too
side
bad.
to maximize the entry in towards turn 9. A left-hand hairpin. that
See
goes
how it
uphill
dips
on the
like that?
exit. Keep the car nice and straight.
Do you
and
see
watch
how
the
you
rear
go
from getting away
down
from
and then
you
it
through
dips
turn
up
10.
like that?
And
You
towards
could
turn
lose the
11,
rear.
open this
And
corner
then
up
this
as
is
much
really
as you
tight.
can. It's an off-camber corner, and it can sometimes catch out.
And then that
the
same
rear of the
issue
car.
that you had
Flat out
previously.
now through turn 12 and flick the car right towards
This
probably
is the
one of
turn right
hardest
here. Look at
corners
this.
in the entire season of Formula 1. Turn 14. Don't miss the apex on the inside. That's
So
the thing
you're
aiming
uphill
for. And now a nice rest
on
before the final
14.
corner. Bring the car to the right hand
So when you
side.
go when
Brake
you're
your
when you're
marker
when
boards
you're
on the left-hand
sweeping
side.
over
Don't
onto
block
the
up
left
into
hand
this final
side,
corner.
14
Very
is
easy
up
to
on the
do
hill,
here,
and
as
you
it's
see
off camber
you can
again
see
on
the
exit. Not too much curb
bayou
on
or
that
the
final corner and the run down
the
towards the start finish straight
what do they
once
call it,
more.
the python
DRS again, and a
that
final
sits on
burst
the
of
corner
curves.
that shows you where the end of the track is, and it's up here
Okay,
here,
we are, Sepang,
and then you
Malaysia,
are
and
guiding
run
the
up
car
towards the
left,
last corner.
and
Open
then
this
you've
corner
got to
up by
come
taking a
all the way.
wide
You've got to
approach
brake
and
uphill,
maximising the length of the
and then
straight
you've
and
got to
your speed
somehow
onto
turn
it.
that car in,
DRS
and
is
that
open,
it's
and
a
big
sharp
curves
corner.
boost as well, past the
So
start
if you
finish line,
take
the
too
pits on
much
your right-hand
speed
side.
and you don't
Now
brake
eyes to
enough,
the left. You
the
wanna look out
moment
for
you
those
go
marker
up to the
boards.
top of the hill,
100
the
meter
car's
board,
going to go
brake in a straight line
right
and
over
ease
towards
the
the edge
car
of the track.
towards the apex,
Sepang,
down from
Sepang is a
180
great
miles an
track,
hour
Pat.
into
I love
second gear.
Sepang. Then you got China, then you got Bahrain, then
Okay,
you
here
got
we are,
Catalunya,
Spain. Opening-
then you got Monaco,
Okay, here we go.
Canada, which we
Okay, a
just
lap of
did.
Montreal coming up here.
Valencia is next.
Okay, here we are,
Wonderful
lap of
street track.
Valencia into the final corner. Okay,
Silverstone
here we are.
Classic.
Sunny
Hockey.
Okay,
Here
we
you,
are, lap of
Thomas.
Hockenheim ring,
If you're
towards
still
turn
here,
one.
brother.
Maximize the entry
Or
by
sorry, not
using all the
Thomas.
track on
I'm
the
sorry, not
left-hand
Thomas.
side and on the exit as well. You can
Timothy,
use a lot
if
of
you're
that
still
exit
here.
curb before running
Here you
up
go,
the hill
brother.
towards
Hockenheim,
turn
man.
two.
I love
Minimize
Hockenheim.
your speed on the exit
Great
of this
track.
corner to open
Hungaroring, Spa, Monza, all the
Here we are, a lap of Monza, fastest
all
track
the
we
all
go
the
to
s-
all
the
season. Make sure
staples,
you get
right?
good balance.
Singapore, shout out
Okay, here we are on a
Blockbuster.
lap of Singapore.
Suzuka,
Okay, a
which
lap
is
of
just Suzuka is
Here we
just
go, on the
oh,
build-up towards this
what a
lap. Make
track.
sure you take a nice
It doesn't matter what you race
Okay,
around
lap of
Suzuka. It doesn't
Suzuka.
matter if you're
Here we
racing
go, on the build-up
GT3s,
towards this lap. Make sure you
F1s,
take a nice
MotoGPs.
wide entry into
It's
that
a
final
fucking great
chicane.
track.
That allows you to build up the
Yanggam, which is
Okay,
one
here
of
we are, a
my
lap of
favorites.
Yonggam circuit in South Korea, one of the more
It's
recent Herman
really
Tilke
Yanggam's
circuits. Very
really
tricky for the
tricky.
drivers to get right in
And then this track is world
here we are
class.
at the
It
big
is
international
criminal
circuit.
they
Into
don't
the
race
final
here
corner
anymore.
before starting your lap. A nice
Criminal
wide
they don't
approach
race here
sees
anymore.
you on your way. DRS and KERS available.
They were for youth player of nationality scored. Let's go. This is such a great track. This is hands down one of my favorite tracks in this game. I just you don't get Coda unless they built this track, and it's just incredible. Abu Dhabi, Coda, and then we end with Pix's favorite, Interlagos. So, right. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to stop the recording here.